welcome. First of all, I'd like to thank you for your reactions to the latest episode of Romanian Word of the Day. It was really nice to see so many of you engage in the comments and suggest new topics for future lessons, which I have already written down and I will make sure to feature them sometime soon. So while I was reading your suggestions, I noticed that some of you had uncertainties with regards to various grammar or vocabulary aspects or just language questions in general. So I thought I would make a Q&A video because it is easier for me to explain everything in more detail and also to reach more people that probably have the same questions. And because we haven't had a video like this in such a long time, I'm going to go through some older questions as well, simply because I think you might find them interesting too. So, let's start. The first aspect I'm going to talk about is the difference between din cauza and datorită. I'd say the most significant difference between them lies in their usage, as din cauza requires the genitive case, whereas datorită is used with a dative. So you will say din cauza ta, but datorită ție. What their meaning is concerned, native speakers do not necessarily differentiate between the two, but I have read some extensive debates on this matter, and not everyone agrees they should be used interchangeably. Din cauza is perceived as having a neutral or slightly negative connotation. It indicates what causes something to happen or whose fault is for something that happens. So as you can see, it does have a negative touch to it. Whereas datorită is synonym with mulțumită, another dative preposition which means thanks to. So it has a more positive meaning and it should be used in positive context. I've read quite a few articles on this topic and they all came to the conclusion that din cauza is negative and datorită is positive, so they should be used accordingly. That being said, let's move on to the next question. The next aspect concerns the difference between doar and decât. There are several ways of using these two, and I think it would be interesting to treat them separately in my Romanian Word of the Day series sometime soon. But what I can tell you for now is that both of them can have a restrictive meaning. So how do we use them? Are they interchangeable? Can they be used in the same way regardless of the context? The answer is no. As restrictive adverbs, doar is used in affirmative contexts, whereas decât is used in negative ones. Here are two examples. Marea are doar un măr and marea nu are decât un măr. There is a growing tendency to use decât in positive constructions, as in marea are decât un măr. And probably sometime in the future it will be accepted as a norm, but for now this is considered to be a mistake and I advise you against using decât like this. Now pay attention please. Doar can be used in negative sentences, but the meaning becomes reversed. So when you say Mara nu are doar un măr, you imply that Mara does not have just one apple but more. So Marea nu are doar un măr, ci mai multe. Okay, let's move on to the next aspect. Fiindcă versus pentru că. They are both perfect synonyms and can be used interchangeably. I personally prefer pentru că. So yeah, I'd say it's just a matter of preference whether you use one or the other. Oh my gosh! De obicei versus obicei. Obicei is a noun that means custom or habit, so it refers to a repeated practice or a long-established one, a tradition, a usual manner of behavior or a behavior pattern, whereas de obicei is an adverbial construction that refers to what usually, typically, or normally happens. And here are two examples. De obicei sar peste micul dejun. Acest lucru devine un obicei. Okay, now let's move on to the next aspect. Given that târgu stands for market, does the name of the town Târgoviște have any meaning? According to Wikipedia, Târgoviște is derived from an old Bulgarian word meaning marketplace. So the name suggests that there used to be a market there at some point in time, but it probably got discontinued. So yeah. Can someone tell me how to pronounce the female Romanian name Dacia? Dacia. How is the definite article of the finished words treated with the letter O? It's mostly neuter nouns that can end in O, and there is very few of them. So when articulated with a definite article, they take ul. For example, radio, radioul. A feminine exception is the word cacao, which receives wa as the definite article. So, cacao, cacaua. How do you use să, and why would vreau a avea un câine is wrong and vreau să am un câine correct? Because verbs like a vrea require the so-called subjunctive mood. In this case, să am. So, vreau să am un câine. In Romanian, you don't use the infinitive mood in your example a avea, as you do in English. With verbs that express desires or wishes, you should use the subjunctive. And the subjunctive consists of this să along with the verb which has a special conjugational pattern. Alrighty, that's about it for now. I wish I could answer some more questions, but Mimi is making so much noise in the other room that I can hardly focus. And I don't want to say anything stupid or in a hurry, so I will make a second part sometime when she's more quiet than now. So do send me your questions if you still have any. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Be happy!